Hand pump, types, components, mechanism and working principle. What is hand pump? Talking in the layman's language, a hand pump is referred to as a mechanical device or a pump which uses the manual manpower in order to lift water from the well. These are one of the most basic types of pumps which have been in use since years and years and are still in use, which can be commonly seen in rural areas of the country. Hand pumps are considered as the boon to mankind as they are used to provide a cost-efficient water pumping solution to most of the remote areas. There are various types of water hand pumps which are used, and it is also found that most of them have a similarity in design and working. The most important component of a hand pump is its handle, pump rod, piston valve, suction lift and water outlet. There are numerous configurations in a hand pump which generally varies with depth at which the water is available which needs to be pumped to the surface. Positive displacement hand pumps. The most common type of pumps which are in use are the positive displacement hand pumps. These pumps are armed with a reciprocating plunger or piston which are installed with a non-return values and sliders within a cylindrical tube. This piston is kept connected to the pump handle, which once used results in upward and downward movements of any piston. As soon as the piston comes up, it is found, creating a vacuum which results in the water that gets sucked inside the cylinder and also gets drained via the outlet pipe. Types of hand pump. 1. Direct action hand pump. Direct pumps refers to as that types of pump which consists of an operating rod and works on the principle of positive displacement. The best part of these type of pumps is that they are easy to install and have a low maintenance cost. The only limitation which it has is that it can only be lifted up to 15 liters. 2. Deep well hand pump. Deep well hand pumps are used at places wherever the water has to be lifted from a deep source. These pumps are used over 15 meters of depth. Deep well hand pumps include the weight of the water which is to be lifted and is too high to aid a human in operating this pump. In such cases, some mechanical additions like a lever or flywheel are used to make the work easier. 3. Diaphragm pump. These are the types of pumps which have positive displacement pump in them. Comparing it in terms of weight, it is found to be lighter as they are found having no pulling rods in them. Other than this, there is a usage of rubber and plastic tubing which makes it corrosion-free with certain unit. 4. Progressive cavity pump. Progressive cavity pump is also a type of positive displacement pump. This pump is found having more efficiency even after a compact design. The pumps includes a helical rotor which is inserted inside a double helical stator. As soon as the rotor moves, the cavity is filled with water and is eventually pumped out. Design being compact, its typical gear mechanism system makes it nearly impossible for a local technician to repair or maintain it. As the pump is found having a typical mechanism, this is what increases its cost also. Considering a simple example of progressive cavity pump, a rope and washer pump could be some amongst them. Components of piston and hand pumps. 1. Riser main pipe. The riser main pipe is the vertical pipe which is responsible for pumping water from the water table to the pump head. 2. Pump rod. A pump rod is referred to as a solid steel rod which is about a ½ inch in diameter and is used to connect the assembly of the piston in the pump cylinder to the pump handle. 3. Upper cap. The upper cap is used on the closed top pump cylinder in order to seal the interior of the pump cylinder and to also define the limit of motion of the piston assembly. 4. Cylinder barrel. The cylinder barrel constitutes of a main body of the pump cylinder. 5. Piston assembly. A piston assembly is commonly named as plunger and is also termed as the business end of a piston pump. 6. Piston valve. 7. Piston seals. Seals which are made of leather and are soaked in oil or made of rubber, those are used to seal the piston assembly against the inner walls of the pump cylinder. 9. Lower cap. The lower cap seals the interior of the pump cylinder at the bottom. It houses the foot valve and defines the downward limit of travel of the piston assembly. 10. Tailpipe. A tailpipe is referred to as an extension of the pump cylinder which is sometimes added whenever the level of water in the aquifer is variable or drops below the pump cylinder. Working. Suction pumps are known to be easier to work as compared to the lift pumps as the pump cylinder and its parts are above ground and are found to be accessible easily. Whereas, most of the water-yielding aquifers are quite too deep for the suction pumps, therefore, the lift pumps are more popular. However, piston pumps are found having their pump cylinder below the ground and the level of the water table. Rather than sucking the water out from the well, it is lifted in columns of water upwards with the help of the riser. Each and every stroke of the pump is responsible for handling the displacement of the piston and more water up the riser till it flows out from the spout. Thanks for watching.